This week we're featuring Peridot, 12 Jokes, Steve Bennett's Steel Pennies Under the Microscope, 1 minute of live chess, and if you're not excited, don't worry, we'll do it for you.
You drive me crazy and you know it when you keep your heart from me just out of reach. If you want my love, you'd better show it before my mind gets up and walks right out on me. My reality is tearing at the seams. I can't tell if I'm in a nightmare or a dream. You tell me maybe, then refuse me. Is this love or is it just insanity? Crazy how you do me. Take some pity on this fool, won't you please? Oh, will you ever say you want me? Or are you satisfied to see me on my knees? I fell off the deep end with nowhere else to go. I'm crazy for you, darling, certifiably so. Have you been sent down here from heaven? Or did you rise up here from somewhere down below? He is tearing at the seams. I can't tell if I'm in a nightmare or a dream. You tell me maybe, then refuse me. Is this love or is it just insanity?
What do cars wear to the city? A hubcap. Let's start the show. I'm going to pause this video right here to mention and reflect on the gemstone that is in the rough form on the left. That's the stone in the corner in its rough form. This video doesn't show me cutting into its initial form. Well, great. Messages right at the beginning. Awesome. That Peridot, I don't actually think I have the video of me shaping it. Sometimes, well, this is a couple-year-old video. So this gemstone had a point of curiosity, and I couldn't decide on how to finish it out. I finally did, and I'm glad I made the choice I did. But basically, I'd like to show more of the stone start to finish, and this one, as great as it is, I don't have the really fun part, the unwrapping of the outside part. I think that's where it really starts to show the shape of the stone. There's like 3 critical points. One's at the beginning, one's after I smooth it off a little and see in it, and one's after I make the decision how to finish it. So let's see how much of the video shows that stone being rolled around, because it's probably not much. I didn't do that early on. Doing it a little bit more now, and I think with this green apatite and hopefully with the sunstone, I'm going to be able to show you all the footage, start to finish. And that didn't work. That just rolled the scroll bar. There we go. That worked. Okay, at this point, if you notice the one on the left, the point of interest, it has it has sort of a rounded end on the left side and a squarish end on the right side. And it also has kind of, on the right side, on the very top, it has like a discolored nodule. And it has that yellow area, but the discolored nodule was one piece. If you follow down to the other side, there's like a little horizontal scratch. It's kind of light and it goes dark, or like a curvy scratch. That's actually the second piece that we saw off in the saw video. And you will see that saw, because we have that. Not the best saw footage. I think I'm figuring out the saw footage camera angle though. A little bit at a time. That's how we get her done. Little improvements, right? So that's about the end of that stone. We're cutting a different stone there in that video, so let's cut over to the Peridot cutting video. Nope. 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 That's not Peridot. That's Amethyst. This is called the Jacob should have labeled his videos early on part of the show. We need to cut some chrome diopside for the show. I don't think we have yet. Okay, we're going to have to find the Peridot. Oh, okay. So it was actually right after that one, right? It was this little Peridot's video. The Grap, the Champ. No, there's no other video of that stone in particular. Let's switch over to the Gemstone Drive, because we do have the saw video, and we can start with that. Is it before or after Maria's ruby? There it is. Blam! This poor saw video. And I noticed that my cell phone camera is scratchy, which is okay, because I got a new one. But I need to go ahead and switch it over. And that's the little Peridot in question. We're going to slice it. Give her the old slice of Reno. This is a terrible camera angle. Absolutely terrible. Sprays water all over the camera. Thought it'd be cool. Wasn't. Okay, okay. The wrong button. Wrong button. Okay, alright. Wrong button again. Wrong time. Right button. Wrong time. Let's cut back a little before I cut back a little. And notice, okay, it's roundy on top, and it's kind of flatty on the bottom. So that's that piece, but it had this yellow line. Look at how wide it is. It's big and wide, but it had this yellow line that developed into a cleave, and it took a little bit to cut it off. I mean, there was some material there, but I didn't want to try and... I mean, there was no way to get that out of there and keep the size of it. I think the best way to go about it was to cut it off and make it into something, and then make the better half, the bigger piece, which is basically what we did. Go a little bit deeper. It's a great blade. It's amazing. It's like $17.95 for the cheap blades, and they're like 3.5 times thicker than that at Harbor Freight. And then this blade, this was an Amazon buy, gemstone blade. It's like 3/64ths, and it cuts better, smoother. It's like butter. I push on the stone, and it just cuts it. There's no force against it, and it's such a thin curve. I really like this one. Turn the saw down a little. That's a little much for that saw. That's a really loud saw. Cheers. Oh wow. Dude. That's what happens when you comb your hair and take a shower just before the show. Yeah, I gotta get a haircut. Look at that flap going on back there. I could knock down boulders with that. Cheers to this week's Mountain of Dew. Like I could keep down the Dew Mountain with that mud flap. Cheers. Terrible saw angle. Getting water spray all over it. I think I wiped it off there, but it might have actually dripped down. Terrible. Getting the camera angles figured out. It's part of learning and growing. A little bit at a time. And now we're getting into some amethyst, which we will actually be getting into soon, because this piece, I think it turned into two neat pieces. I'm pretty excited about that. And I think they're both going to have great color. Let's get into the shaping of the actual feature stone. I have 2 videos, 11 minutes and 8 minutes. Short show. And not many jokes either. 12 jokes. Okay. That kind of shows the rainbowiness, and it also kind of shows where that other one cleaved off. Let's see if I can highlight that on the other side. See, this is a little more of the grade that I'm going for. It's showing the stone up close so you can see what I'm going to go do. Okay. Oh, you dog. You turned it too fast. I love dogs. Why would I say that? Okay. There we go. A naughty dog. There we go. Good dog. So, that is a basic example of what I cut. If you look at the white parts, and then if you notice the yellow part and that green part, that's where it cleaved. That was the iron deposit that drained out or into and formed up a cleavage point that basically allowed it to chip off and also caused me to have to cut that stone down like 40% of the size it was. Yeah, but I mean, it turned out nice, and we're going to look at that on the microscope cam in just a little bit here. Which makes me think we should probably get to the microscope portion. Okay, let's enter into the desktop mode. Then we can pull up the camera. But I need to plug in the camera. That would probably help a lot. Okay. Hey, is that Kiwi? I don't remember who else I gave the gemstone sound effect to. I need to get more sound effects, right? Okay, so I have 3 things to show. I have Steve Bennett's steel pennies, and I have the Peridot, and I have a ring that we're going to try and fix. And then as a bonus, I also have a piece of topaz with a rock in it. Yeah, well, it formed with the rock in it. Oh, hey, it's Mother Nature. Mother Nature got the gemstone sound effect. We got to get Mother Nature. Hey, Mother Nature, will you post your link in the thing? And I'm going to pull up your, let's see, events. And then we go Mother, and you're right there. Edit. And I remember I was in such a hurry to do all the things and get it done. And it just was like, okay. So, let's see. Okay. It's going to be hard to come up with something good enough. Let's see. We're going to put in okay, there we go. No worries. Hope you are well. Yeah, your channel link. Your preferred link of channel. You know what? I'm going to do it. I can do this. I can manage things in real time. And you're going to like what I wrote too, I think. Or not. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. But we're going to do that and update the chatbot. And then I'm going to show the microscope portion. And I tell you what. Let's see. I've got some different ideas for the show. I wanted to make like a co-host bot where I'd have like lines that I could pre-record and be like, well, what do you think, co-host bot? And then I'd push a button and it'd say, I think whatever you say is fantastic. Or something totally cheesy like that. I think a co-host bot would be a lot of fun. But I need to have it to where my chatters can modify it, right? Okay. Check. There we go. Spell check and editing. We'll capitalize that for emphasis. And save. Okay, great. That should work with the next comment. If you enter another comment, it should throw up your link to your channel. Okay, there we go. Great job. Hey, yeah, I think I've come a long way. We're getting, better quality footage. I noticed in playback that my phone is capturing the sound in like a kind of a skip pattern. It's trying to sound cancel the grinder. And I actually kind of like having the grinder play in the background really softly for like an ASMR. It kind of gives an extra feel to, you know, the grinding of the stone, the grit that I'm using on the wheel, and how easily it's coming off. The sound, it kind of gives a sort of an actual like physical sense, because it's shaking the hairs in the ear. It's kind of like touching the piece. It's a little more vibration. It's stronger than say the light coming off of whatever I'm looking at. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be as vibrational, which I guess it would be. I can hear the grinder oh, great. I noticed that it was kind of cutting out. Maybe it's only on some videos. Wanted a little bit of an ad here for this. I wonder why I didn't drop that. Let's see. We'll try disabling it and then enabling. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to exit Streamlabs. That's why I add the echo effect when I do cards. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's so cool when you do that. It adds this like total I can't say emphasis. I'm looking for another word. Atmosphere. Right? But atmosphere is not even the right word. We're going to come up with the word. It's probably a word that doesn't even exist. But oh man, that's the stone getting close. Okay, I'm going to show that. And so we're going to have to invent the word to express. Because I mean, it is atmosphere. It's like going to the ballpark and actually like being there and, you know, moving around with it. Aesthetic. There you go. That's great. All right, there you go. Exactly. All right, let's fire up the camera. Halt. The real Mother Nature is before y'all. Observe the greatness and check out her channel. That's awesome. Okay. I hope you like that. Where is the microscope portion? It's still labeled Tup That Ruby. I don't know, Tup That Ruby. I gotta figure out Tup That Ruby. I haven't done anything with it for a while. Ooh, did you notice how it changed colors? Wonder if that has to do with the focus of the light? Yeah, it kind of does. Weird cameras. Anyway, let's see if I can actually focus out a little bit. Okay. That Space Needle looked really fun, Mother Nature. That was awesome. That, like, the gears that were turning that around. I need to look that up. I was actually, like, I was thinking about that. I was like, can they actually do that? Probably, if you get the bearings right. But, you know, my question is how many horsepower? It's got all these little, like, hairs on it from this cheap foam thing. These foam things that I put them in, they're like 15 cents each. And it makes it look so cool. Okay, so notice how it's very green. And then if I turn it around, it's not nearly as green, but it's still green. So it's an actual green crystal, but there's still an area of flare that comes out of it, and it really makes it greenier. And let's show that under the microscope. Okay, so now you can kind of see through it. And then when I flip it over, you can, like, notice you can see the lines on the graph. And then when I flip it over, it has decent flare, and the lines on the graphs start to disappear. If I get it at the right angle to see that line, and then I turn it, and light takes over. And then it flares out, and then if at just the right angle, those little bubbles become visible. And then at just the right angle, they disappear. So cool. It's like, where'd the bubbles go? And then back. It's got this little speck of white, and we looked at this thing up like super close. Let's see. Nope, not that way. And it turns out that it's really, really deep. See how deep that piece of white rock is, that basalt? I think it's actually a calcium deposit in the basalt, because the basalt is the black pieces. Cheers. Oh, I don't have the chats up on this part. I can't see who just came in. Let's see. That's way out of focus. Let's get that fixed back into reality. Back to the light. Back to... Nope, that's the wrong way. Back to knowing what we're doing. There we go. Alright. So, cheers to who came in. Let's get to the next video. Short show. Hey, Perth Observer made it. Awesome. Beautiful stone. Great job, buddy. Well, thank you. The whole floor spun. It was scary. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Hey, and Scrapping Hoarding made it. Just in time to see the pennies. Scrapping, I'm about to put some steel pennies under the microscope. You're always working. I know. Perth, when are you going live again? I want to go live and be like, what's up? Also, I have Colette's ring that we're going to look at. Colette and I were talking, and we totally found an awesome rock and roll style plan to make it cool. Okay, now you can see me just kind of finish out this rainbow guy. Bing! And I'll show you these pennies on the microscope cam. Okay, as long as it's still working. Okay. So, yeah, that's the stone of the week. And then that's, you know, a thing. Let's do the pennies. So Steve Bennett, he gave me those cabochons last week, and he gave me some pennies too. So I was like, all right, we're going to show these. And that got me thinking, next week, I'm going to show some Moldavite. So if you're interested in Moldavite, and you're interested in knowing whether or not your Moldavite is real or not, bing, we got a microscope cam, and we're going to be able to look at some Moldavite, and I'm going to be able to talk about how to determine whether or not your Moldavite is real. Look at these old steel pennies. They're in decent shape. Sure were hard. You know, if you think about it, these pennies, they weren't really built for, like, automated machines. I guess there were, like, mechanical machines that would probably take these, like, you know, cigar machines and penny candy machines. I wonder if any of these were spent on a piece of penny candy. I think I can go live tomorrow morning. Okay, Perth, I gotta go and look at a kitchen, but I don't actually know what time, so I will try to do... I will keep an eye out for Perth. This one looks a little worn. It looks like he's been blasted in the face. And this up here along the top's a little bit worn. Anyway, fighting with laptop something. Someone keeps changing username on my modem. Only have 1 hour in the day to upload, and ISP is working on it. Oh wow, that's weird. That's really strange. You won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week, 1 day left. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Holy fritoles, it's Dila's Guppies. Hey, Dila, I did a lottery ticket on my Christmas stream. Boy, this thing's, like, really rough. Shnikes. But it's also really cool. Think of what it's been through. You know, this is probably one of the ones that's been dug out of the urinal. Gross. And Dila, it was a $10 ticket, and it was a word search, and I got $10 back on it. And I need to go to the store and cash in it. Not getting the free ticket, taking the money and running. That's what's happening with that. So that's the steel pennies. I like them. They're all 43s. You know, I don't know a lot about steel pennies. You know what I need to do is talk to New Coin and Scrapping. Scrapping, you know a lot about coins. Man. Gonna have to talk to you about some 43s. We gotta panel up, because that reminds me, we've got this thing coming up, and I want to get lined up some interviews, because I've actually been working on the interview portion of the show, right? And that way I can have an interview, and I'm going to give them the electrical accoutrement, like, you know, a pinned link, and, let's see. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. Pinned link. And then I can, you know, pin the link. And then add like a chatbot line that drops, you know, different links of theirs and such. And then, you know, kind of build out the interview portion to be something fun. So what kind of questions should I ask the interview people on the interview portion? Yep, on the wrong part of the show. Yeah, there we go. Much better, Jacob. What kind of question? Okay, two more things. One is Colette's ring. Oh, did I show you the size of the gem? Yeah, I kind of did. It's pretty good size. So Colette's ring and this piece of topaz with a rock in it. And then we'll get to the jokes and chess, and I'll send you on your way. And I have some of those pennies. Oh, wheat pennies. Yeah, I like wheat pennies. I've heard of straw pennies too, Mother Nature, but I don't actually know anything about them. Is there a difference between a straw penny and a wheat penny? I know there's a difference with this topaz having this rock inside of it. Look, there's a little hole for the rock, and it just kind of built its way around it. It's really neat how it's got that clear area that allows us to kind of see into it. Because this is the natural face of the stone. Like it was buried in a crack or a crevice of other stone, and then that other stone was washed off of it. Wrong way again, genius. Okay. And then this is like where the stone was, or it's been chipped out from other topaz. Or this might have been the base of a topaz point. And then it has that neat little rock buried in it. Okay, so let's show you Colette's ring. What kind of rock? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure. It's whatever topaz grows in, and I don't remember the name of all those rocks because it's so minerally. But that's a good question, Dila. Let's look that up. I'll just look up Topaz Matrix. Let's see. On ilmenite is what it's growing on. A silicate material of aluminum and fluorine. Okay, yeah, that's about what it looks like. Let's see. Ilmenite. Okay, let's pull this up. It has iron, titanium, and oxygen. Let's see if I can show this on the... Jacob tries to show things. Show. Live. And Chrome. and ilmenite. There it is. So it's kind of got this like brownish part all over it. I was thinking we'd see a little bit more of a, a grayer sample. Something like this. I don't know, that's a good question, Dila. The matrix for the topaz can vary by the topaz too, and by the range. And so we're going to cover that a little bit more in next week's show. But before we go, let's look at this ring of Colette's. It's an opal ring. Straw penny, produced between 1909 and 1958, also known as Lincoln wheat ear cent, wheatback, wheat penny, were minted between 1909 and 1956. Okay, so a straw penny and a wheat penny are the same thing? Or not? Yeah, they would be. That's the same thing. I think so. This, okay, so where's the ring? Okay, so this is showing a lot of different colors in the opals, but mostly they show green. They're white and green opals. And it's missing one, right? Now there's two problems with this missing one. One is finding some matching opal. That's kind of a problem. We can find some matching opal possibly, but we found a cool solution around that being a requirement. We'll just take this center one and move it to the side, and then we'll make a different center one out of anything, something. We're trying to come up with ideas. Think of the greens with the white and the yellow gold. And so that's consideration number one. But here's consideration number two is the prong. Notice the prong is worn so thin it might not even hold the stone again. I mean, if I look at this other prong, it's pretty thin too. But I think that's why it let go of the stone, is because it wasn't long enough. So we're going to actually have to see if we need to add some metal to that, or maybe we can massage this up. I was looking at different metal techniques. We could burnish that upwards and kind of draw it out. But first things first, we have to get a stone the right size and polish to finish it out. So that's the plan. I hope we can do that, make it work out. It's going to be a fun journey. Move it T side and put an onyx black in the middle. There you go. Perth Observer, exactly. Jacob, you can call me whatever you want, babe. That would be pretty. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That would be neat. Or a piece of obsidian or something. Something with some translucency, or maybe even something just solid, like some jet. That's beautiful. Onyx. That's probably perfect. Onyx for protection. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah. It's kind of neat to look at the opals under the microscope and see all the different plays of color in there. Okay, so since I'm out of Peridot related video for this stone, that is the end of that Peridot. Let's see if I have any other Peridot that I can play while we get ready for... Oh, here we go. This is a really short video. It's like 9 seconds of me showing a rainbow Peridot. And that doesn't even buy me any time, because I was actually trying to get ready by shutting down this... Uh-oh. That got upset. It's like, what are you doing? Well, I'm getting ready for this week's thing that I'm not even ready for. Like every week, when I try to get ready for the joke portion of the program. Cheers! So, okay, let's find where I have the jokes at. I don't have many, but I think I have a couple of decent ones. We'll find out, right? Where do little minds grow? In the kindergarten. What do you call a video of a bunch of feet? Footage. That totally makes too much sense. What part of the farm does corn grow? The corner. Nah, that's not even done yet. What do cars wear to the city? A hubcap. Right? What do you call the town that was built by lawyers? It's called Slip Trip Falls. Nah, that's I don't know. That's not really jokey. That was kind of something that I wrote when I was listening to the Tom Kelly show, and he was talking about these three lawyers, something something in DePepo, and their website was sliptripfalls.com. And so I was like, hey, is there a way to bit surf that? Didn't work. Let it down on my end. Just like this one. What is a vampire's favorite fruit? A blood orange. What kind of gun does a chef use? Assault rifle. Nope. What do you call it when you teach something that makes its way back to you? A mentoring. That's a great one. Why did the chess master lose? He made a rookie mistake. Or a bishopy mistake. Why is the river attached to its bed? Because it's sedimental. Gotta love that river. It loves its bed. And what do you call a Pokemon who plays hide and seek? A peekaboo. Because it's probably hiding, or maybe it's seeking, the joke portion of the program. Okay, that was a short little joke portion, just to try and give you guys a treat. And then let's try and play a game of chess, right? Can we do this? I don't know. I did good last week, but I don't know about this week. Let's play chess against a person. And it'll be a 1-minute game of chess. Alright, are we lined up? Let's play a Peridot facet video in the background. Nope, that's not even a good video because it's like 30 seconds long. There we go. That's a little more video-y. Okay. We can do this. We can go like this and move this over here. And then you can see what's happening while I play a game of chess. We'll see if I'm any better now. Oh, he quit. Does that mean a 1? New game? I was all ready. I guess he's not one to play either. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to play. My bad. That happened. I don't know what I'm doing. No clue. Haven't the slightest. Why didn't he take that one? He probably missed it. I'm going to do that thing just because it's fancy. Cha! That one. There. Oh, I missed it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like that? Darn. So close. Totally missed it at the end there. Should have built a better castle. Alright, let's do the analysis. Wait, can you guys see this? I want to make sure that you guys can see this, because this is a fun part of the chess thinger. Alright, let's make sure that we get the right page. We want the analysis page. Okay. We'll see how I did. Okay, watch the yellow and black bar on the side. Make sure I can show you guys. Yeah, watch the white and black bar on the side as we play. We'll see how I did and where I screwed up. Okay, it looks like I'm doing okay. Nope. Maybe. Nope. A little better. Kind of going downhill from there. Yep, that wasn't a good idea. I should have left that knight over there. Really kind of boned that. Didn't have much chance after that, did I? Okay. So anyway, we grow and we learn, and that's what we do on the Gemstone Show. Every week, we try a little bit harder to make you guys live and love and laugh. And is that the end of the video already? No, I'm just lining it up, and it took a long time, so that's why I'm pausing. But you know what I can do is I can thank you all for coming by and having a little chat with me. What's everyone dropped by for support from San Antonio, Texas? DJ Starman 69 slots. How's it going, DJ? Oh, dude, you do slot machines. Okay, gotcha. Cheers. Welcome to the show. And Benny made it. Oh, that is fantastic. Forfeit. I don't know if I win or not. Maybe I won. So I mean, technically I won a game, I lost a game. You know, we play, we learn. I shouldn't have put my knight up there. I was just going way too far off the board there. I should have kept it over near the king, because that was the goal. I should have destroyed the castle, and I think the castle got him the most points. Either way, I'm going to thank you all for coming by. I'm going to wish you all a great week, and hopefully I'll see you next week, and every week, and over on Perth's channel, and everywhere else out there in YouTube's. Have a great one.